Good morning, boys and girls. You're watching Bates in the Morning on the Wolfpack Pride Show. Good morning, Flint Hill family. How are you doing today? Today is Wednesday, May the 13th, 2020. We are halfway through the week, and this is our 8th week of remote learning. So, don't give up on us yet. We still have a few more days of Zoom sessions and some fun activities next week in your Zoom sessions. So please, please, please don't give up on us yet. Stick it on out with us. It's going to be great. I want to stop right here and find out about what our weather is going to be today. So if you'll give me just a moment to check on that, I'll let you know. Okay, looks like it's going to be a little cloudy today, but it's going to be a little warmer than it was yesterday. It's going to be 76 degrees with a low of 55 degrees. And it's going to gradually just keep getting a little warmer and a little warmer. So it's going to be great this week. So I hope you enjoy. Now, if you would, please let's stand and pay respect to our flag and our country. So please stand.
Pay respect to our flag and country. Attention, salute, pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America
and to the republic for which it stands,
one nation, under God,
indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
And you may be seated. Okay, I've got a few announcements today that I want to talk about, and I have talked about most of them already this week, but I'm still needing some more participation, okay? I want to give a shout out to the 5th grade students and teachers that have already turned in their pictures to me and their words of encouragement. We still need a few more teachers and admin to put in their videos. I just want to remind you, today is the deadline, okay? Because there is so much to go through. I think it's even a little more than what I had thought originally. So please, please go ahead and send that in to us so we can get to work on this, okay? If you have not already sent that in. And thank you to those that have. Next, I want to remind you about the student belongings pickup days. Those are going to be on May the 18th, 19th, and 20th. So that's next Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. So your parents or guardians or grandparents or whoever needs to bring you over to pick up the belongings that you left in your classroom, they can come anytime those days between 7 and 6, I believe is what they told me yesterday. There'll be people here to help you. When you do come, I need you to bring back any library books or textbooks or computers that you borrowed from the school, hotspots that you borrowed from the school. Please bring them back to us at that time. If you can do that for us, it'd be great. We can get you checked off and everything will be good when school returns. Okay? I also am still needing some faculty and staff to turn in their end of the year picture. I only have maybe 10, and that's not enough. So please, that ends on Friday. So please, let's start getting those taken care of so we can have a great send-off for the end of the year. That's really about all that I had for today that I needed to remind you about. What I want to do now is I got to thinking about what I wanted to talk to you about today, boys and girls, and I really just couldn't pinpoint exactly what I wanted to talk about. But what I am going to tell you is that today is National Receptionist Day. So we want to give a huge shout out to our receptionists in our school office, which is Miss Rhodes, Miss Morgan, Miss Lumpkin, and Miss McCrory. Thank you for what you do for Flint Hills staff and parents and students. Now what I'm going to do is we haven't had a book read to us in a while, and I got to thinking about what's one of my favorite books. Well, one of my favorites is called 50 Below Zero. Now, I'm not real sure why I really like this book, but I do. Every time I've ever heard it, it just kind of, I don't know, it just does something. It makes me feel like I can connect with this to a degree, but I don't sleepwalk, okay? So just know that before you see the book. So I'm going to play that for you, and then I'm going to come back, and we'll have a moment of silent reflection and sign off.
50 Below Zero, written by Robert Munch and illustrated by Michael Marchenko. In the middle of the night, Jason was asleep. He woke up. He heard a sound. He said, "What's that? What's that? What's that?" Jason opened the door to the kitchen. And there was his father, who walked in his sleep. He was sleeping on top of the refrigerator. Jason yelled, "Papa, wake up!" His father jumped up, ran around the kitchen 3 times, and went back to bed. Jason said, "This house is going crazy!" And he went back to bed. Jason went to sleep. He woke up. He heard a sound. He said, "What's that? What's that? What's that?" He opened the door to the kitchen. No one was there. He opened the door to the bathroom, and there was his father, sleeping in the bathtub. Jason yelled, "Papa, wake up!" His father jumped up, ran around the bathroom 3 times, and went back to bed. Jason said, "This house is going crazy!" But he was too tired to do anything about it, so he went back to bed. Jason went to sleep. He woke up. He heard a sound. He said, "What's that? What's that? What's that?" He opened the door to the kitchen. No one was there. He opened the door to the bathroom. No one was there. He opened the door to the garage. And there was his father, sleeping on top of the car. Jason yelled, "Papa, wake up!" His father jumped up, ran around the car 3 times, and went back to bed. Jason said, "This house is going crazy!" But he was too tired to do anything about it, so he went back to bed. Jason went to sleep. He woke up. He heard a sound. He said, "What's that? What's that? What's that?" He opened the door to the kitchen. No one was there. He opened the door to the bathroom. No one was there. He opened the door to the garage. No one was there. He opened the door to the living room. No one was there. But the front door was open, and his father's footprints went out into the snow. And it was 50 below zero that night. "Yikes!" said Jason. "My father is outside in just his pajamas. He will freeze like an ice cube." So Jason put on 3 warm snowsuits, 3 warm parkas, 6 warm mittens, 6 warm socks, and 1 pair of very warm boot sort of things called mucklucks. Then he went out the front door and followed his father's footprints. Jason walked and walked and walked and walked. Finally, he found his father. His father was leaning against a tree. Jason yelled, "Papa, wake up!" His father did not move. Jason yelled in his loudest possible voice, "Papa, wake up!" His father still did not move. Jason tried to pick up his father, but he was too heavy. Jason ran home and got his sled. He pushed his father onto the sled and pulled him home. When they got back to the porch, Jason grabbed his father's big toe and pulled him up the stairs. Bump, 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 bump. He pulled him across the kitchen floor. Screech, 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 screech. Then Jason put his father in the tub and turned on the warm water. The tub filled up. Glug, 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 glug. Jason's father jumped up and ran around the bathroom 3 times and went back to bed. Jason said, "This house is going crazy. I am going to do something." So he got a long rope and tied one end to his father's bed and one end to his father's big toe. Jason went to sleep. He woke up. He heard a sound. He said, "What's that? What's that? What's that?" He opened the kitchen door. And there was his father, stuck in the middle of the floor. "Good," said Jason. "That is the end of the sleepwalking. Now I can get to sleep." In the middle of the night, Jason's mother was asleep. She woke up. She heard a sound. She said, "What's that? What's that? What's that?" She opened the door to the kitchen and...
I hope you enjoyed that book. Do you know anyone who sleepwalks? Do you know anyone who just doesn't sleep at night? I'm kind of one of those people. Sometimes I go through spells where I don't sleep well at night. And you may be wondering, why is the lighting different? Why are you turned different in your room? Well, that's why, because I'm actually videoing this at almost midnight. I have to be at Flint Hill early in the morning at 8 o'clock, and it doesn't give me a lot of time to get this new show ready in the morning, because it takes a couple of hours. So I'm doing it early, and that's why that change is out there for you. So, if you will now, let's pause for a moment of silent reflection. Think about how you're going to have a great day today, how you're going to show kindness, how you're going to show compassion, how you're going to stay Flint Hill strong and be a great example of our wolf pack. Thank you, boys and girls, and I know you did a good job making goals for your day today. I never like to leave the show without letting you know that we do miss you and we think about you all the time, and we are going to get through this and we're going to come out stronger on the other end. And so with that being said, boys and girls, we love you, and we will see you back here on WPTV News tomorrow. Peace out.